Huh? What do you mean you lost it? What do you mean you lost a tank, bro? Where the f is a slowest tank? How are you gonna lose a tank?
Sometimes I like to read several books, get in contact with historians that are experts on the subject, and make a pretty serious video. And other times, I like to get completely unhinged and rant about some stuff that I think is funny. And by sometimes, I mean today, right?
Hey, my favorite. That's my favorite thing to do too. Go on unhinged rants and alienate my friends and family.
Now. Today we're talking about my favorite tank, ladies and gentlemen, America's only super heavy tank, the T-28, aka the Doom Turtle.
That is adorable. That is adorable. What do you mean this is the Doom Turtle? That is adorable, chat. That is so cute. The one thing you don't want to hear when talking about tanks is, that is cute. That's very adorable.
Now, I said this is my favorite tank, which is a
Holy
completely
shit.
unquantifiable metric. Despite that, somebody in the comments is still going to tell me that I'm wrong. So if you think
Fucking tell me about it. I love the YouTube comments, I really do.
I should have a different favorite tank, go ahead and tell me about it in the comments below, and maybe I'll do a video about that one too. Okay, and just to be clear, when it comes to me and things like tanks and planes and guns, favorite is not the best, it's not the most impactful, it's not the most historically relevant, it's just the coolest slash dumbest one around, and in my
You know what? That's actually based. That's actually very, very, very based. Hey, YouTube, advise consume the product. No, shut up. We're not. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. 10 out of 10, beautiful. I would kill my enemies. Is this in War Thunder? I have no idea. I don't play that game. I do not play War Thunder.
This is it. So let's go ahead and get into this right after an awkwardly relevant word from our sponsors. This video is brought to you by War Thunder.
Speak of the fucking devil. Speak of the devil, and it shall appear. War Thunder, the fucking devil. Oh my god, I hate this game so much.
They've got over 2,500 tanks, planes, and ships, pretty much every military vehicle from World War II until modern times, including all the...
I'm really sorry. I'm not shitting on the game. I just don't like it at all. I could not care less about War Thunder. I know there's so many of you out there. I know in the YouTube comments you're gonna go, War Thunder is my favorite game. Not shitting on it. Happy for you that it's your favorite game. You do you. Enjoy your fucking game. I ain't gonna freaking shit on it. It's just not for me.
Weird and obscure ones that may have never even actually seen combat. For example, let's say that I wanted to be the T-28, aka the Doom Turtle, America's only super heavy tank. I can do that. Then I can go over to X-ray mode, look at all the different components, check out all the specs, actually learn about the tank. Then I can hop over and I can customize it. Because let's face it, I don't just want to be the Doom Turtle. I want to be the Doom Turtle covered in bushes so I can try to sneak up on the enemy like I'm a 200,000 pound Wile E. Coyote with a 105mm howitzer for a nose. Then we throw an American flag on one side and some smack talk on the other, and now we're ready to go play the game. Now, once we start playing, the cool part is that it's not like a lot of other games where you just shoot at the other enemy tank and a hit is a hit no matter where it lands. No.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I know there's internals, like you can blow the fuel tanks and it would give you like the freaking 3D shot. I watch Silver. I watch Silver. She plays War Thunder. I've seen it, but it is just you hit them and then you hit them.
No, in War Thunder, you can take out individual components of the enemy tank. For example, let's say there was a guy on a mobile artillery piece, and that one guy in particular was talking smack. You can address him individually. Or maybe you're approaching an enemy tank and you fire, but your shell doesn't get penetration, and now it takes a while to reload, so you just open fire with your 50 cal right through the window slit, giving their driver a nice metallic face high five. Then
metallic face high five.
once you get the gun reloaded, you can finish taking out the rest of the crew. Or sometimes you just get that lucky shot where the shell goes straight through the enemy tank and detonates their ammunition. And the best part about all this is that it's free to...
See? That's what I said. That's what I said. I do know. I do know. Well, by the way, Badger's new video is about why people love Wolf, but oh no. Could you put your merch picture on top of your head? No, I can't. Well, actually, I'd probably, after this video, remind me, I'll do that.
PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. So if you wanted to give it a try, we'll have a link and a discount code in the description down below. And when you use my link, you're going to get all kinds of freebies to get you started off on the right foot. Let's get back to the video. All right, the Doom Turtle. It is a World War II era.
she's lazy. Don't call me out like that. I am
tank that was
lazy.
designed for one reason and one reason only, and that is to punch through the German Siegfried line. If you don't know, the Siegfried line is Germany's western border, where they have essentially tried to fortify it to make it impenetrable to the Allied forces approaching so that they can't break into Germany. It is approximately 400 miles of concrete pyramids known as Dragon's Teeth, making it so tanks and other Allied vehicles can't pass through.
I actually had no idea about that. Legitimately, I had no fucking
Then
clue.
on the other side of the Dragon's Teeth, you typically had other things that were meant to stop foot soldiers, like moats, barbed wire, booby traps, and on the other side of those was over 18,000 bunkers with machine gun, mortar, and artillery positions that were going to, in theory, be able to mow down any ally trying to advance through those.
It was in fact penetrable. Ayo, aren't we all really penetrable though? Really, even though you think you're not, you're very penetrable.
Obstacles. Now, the American military and government knew about the Siegfried line pretty much the entire time because German propaganda told them about it, and they portrayed it as completely impenetrable. So the American military in 1943 is like, okay, we're going to come up on the Siegfried line eventually. Let's go ahead and get a
Talking about, I'm not fucking sus,
plan in the works on how we're going to address it once we get there. Now, clearly, that plan should not rely on tanks, right? I mean, that's kind of the Siegfried line's entire MO. It was designed, built, and implemented with the sole purpose of stopping tanks. We should probably do anything other than use tanks.
No, use tanks. Use tanks, they're cool. Use tanks, they're way cooler. True, I've seen a PVC pipe go through someone before. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what you guys were thinking of. I was meaning like if you cut yourself, that you've been penetrated. If you get stabbed, that's been penetrated, you know? God, get your minds out of the gutters, everybody.
Right? Wrong. Completely wrong. American engineers got told the Germans built an impenetrable tank fortification, and they're like, fucking bet. We'll see about that. We're going to build a bigger, better tank that's going to drive right fucking through it.
I fucking love that. I freaking love that. Oh yeah? You're gonna stop us with your massive tank traps? We're all gonna build a bigger tank that's better, that's gonna push right through it. Fuck you.
So the engineers got to work. This is called the AT project, and what they came up with was, surely there's spots along the Siegfried line where the German military has a gap where they can drive their vehicles through, right?
Probably, yeah.
There. They can't just have 400 miles and they drive all the way around. There's got to be points where you can pass through it. And obviously those points of passage are going to be the most fortified positions, right? They're essentially going to make a fatal funnel, a choke point, where all of the Allied forces have to try to go through a narrow passageway, and on the other side, it's going to be loaded with German 88 anti-tank guns, German artillery, machine guns, mortars, everything. They're going to be able to slaughter anybody that tries to make it through that little tiny narrow passage. To which the American engineers are like, cool, obvious solution. We're just going to make a tank that can't die. Okay, it's going to be so heavily armored that there's no anti-tank weapon or artillery piece known to man that could kill it. Then
why don't we do this with like every vehicle then? Except for like aircraft, because they have to be light. But like, why don't we just do that with every vehicle on Earth? Like every war vehicle, just like, okay, we're gonna bolt so much fucking armor onto it, it's impenetrable. Tanks are a lot too expensive. But like, if you have even just like a battalion of like super tanks that cannot be destroyed, surely that outweighs the cost of it.
We're gonna put a gun on it that's so big that it can shoot through concrete bunkers and take out the enemy. We're literally gonna drive this gigantic, heavily armored tank directly into the enemy choke point, stand there, take all their anti-tank fire, be untouchable, and then we're gonna return fire and kill them first. Okay, do you understand how gangster?
Sorry, the fucking music was going hard there. I like the metal. I like the rock and the metal.
This is the ultimate dad dick maneuver. Just straight up like, I know exactly what your plan is. I know what you want me to do so that you can beat me. I'm gonna do it anyways, and I'm still gonna win because fuck you. So they made the Doom Turtle, the T-28, America's only super heavy tank. This thing is 36 feet long, 10 feet tall, and 14 feet wide. It has 12 inches of armor on the front, and it's weighing in at 95 tons. Okay, approximately 210,000 pounds. Okay, the human mind can't comprehend how heavy this tank actually is. It literally weighs as much as a blue whale, which also isn't helpful because most people...
Yeah, again, I don't know how much a fucking blue whale weighs, but like, I'm imagining if it was like on top of you, you'd be dead. You'd just not exist. You'd be a pancake.
Haven't seen a blue whale. Okay, so it's like... Where's my calculator? Toyota Corolla is like 3,000 pounds. Okay, it's like 70 Toyota Corollas, okay? This entire thing is like an entire parking lot got a gun strapped to it, and now it's coming to kill the enemy. Speaking of gun, they went with a 105mm gun, okay? That is field-grade artillery. This is literally a howitzer that they...
That's so overkill, but I love it. It's underrated. Overkill is underrated. Anything but the metric system. Queso tank is crazy. Baneblade mod. Oh, imagine if they made an actual Baneblade though. Holy fuck. That'd be so sick.
Strapped to the front of this metallic blue whale. Okay, if you're not picking up what I'm putting down, I'm trying to tell you this thing is basically the Norwal of death, alright? Which raises the question, why on...
That's such a better name. Norwal of Death. Instead of the Doomtail's based, I like it, but Norwal of Death is so much cooler.
Did they go with the Doom Turtle and not the Norwal of Death? Well,
yeah.
Well, it's because
100%. I would have gone the Norwal of Death. That's way funnier.
Slow as shit. Which is really the downfall of this tank, because somebody basically said, hey, we're going to build a 200,000 pound tank, and then we're going to put the same V8 engine in it that the M4 Shermans have. Yeah, the Doom Turtle is rocking a 500 horsepower V8 Ford engine, okay?
Bruh, that's pathetic. That's pathetic nowadays.
Just for the record, if you don't know much about engines or horsepower, Dodge is out here making minivans with 1,000 horsepower that weigh 5,000 pounds, and the DoD thought it would be a good idea to stick a 500 horsepower V8 inside of a tank that weighs as much as a blue whale. Okay, the Doom Turtle's coming at you at the speed of mock potato. Pedal to the metal, balls to the wall. This thing...
Wait a minute, my car has more. Yeah, I'm pretty sure every car today has more than that. I'm very sure you could go to a random dealership, pick any car in the lot, and it has more than that nowadays.
Out at 8 miles an hour. So clearly they're going to have to transport this thing all the way to the Siegfried.
You can run faster than that. Okay, I reckon you could speed walk faster than that.
Line, right? If they land this thing on a beach in Normandy and let it drive all the way across France, it's going to take like 3 years to get there. And this is actually why the Doom Turtle has a unique look of having 4 sets of tracks instead of just 2 very wide sets of tracks like a normal super heavy tank would. And that's because those 2 outermost tracks come off and separate from the Doom Turtle, allowing it to be easier to transport, both because now the Doom Turtle isn't as wide and it comes apart in 3 separate chunks, making it all weigh significantly less than the original 95 tons. So they've got it all figured out, and by 1945 they start manufacturing these things. Originally they're planning on making 25 of them. They figure that'll be enough to punch through the Siegfried line, but they build 2 prototypes first. So they get those prototypes built, then they're testing the first one, and the V8 engine that's trying to move 200,000 pounds obviously catches fire, burns out the entire inside of the tank. The entire thing is essentially a total loss. And while that was going on, the Allied forces managed to penetrate the Siegfried line. How on earth did they do that without...
Wait. Yeah, wasn't this tank made so they could penetrate the Ziggerman line or whatever it's called? Wasn't that the whole fucking point?
The Doom Turtle, you ask. Well, A, the Siegfried line wasn't really all it was cracked up to be, according to the German propaganda. It definitely was not impenetrable. It was undermanned. It just wasn't as good as it was made out to be. So they just went...
So the tank was kind of pointless, question mark? Maybe? Kinda? I don't know, I'm not from the States. Thing is, if Alt made it, they could make it work. Lego tank. Very Lego tanky. And Spooshy, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. How are you?
And they sent out recon, and they found a couple of spots where they weren't well covered by like artillery and machine guns and booby traps, and then they just put a bulldozer out and pushed dirt over the top of the Dragon's Teeth, and then drove right over the top, got behind enemy lines, and took everybody out. Yeah, the Germans spent God knows how much money and man hours building this 400-mile stretch of concrete booby traps, and they got outdone by a couple of rednecks with a bulldozer. So because of that, the Doom Turtle simply just wasn't needed anymore, so they stopped.
Yeah, fuck Germany, I guess. Get fuck them Nazis. I don't know what to say other than... I mean, you got a cool tank out there, but it was kind of pointless at
the project. There was one surviving prototype. They gave that over to Aberdeen Proving Ground, and they used that basically as a giant weight to test transportation equipment because, well, it was the heaviest tank they had, and if it could move the Doom Turtle, it could move anything else, so they used it for that for a little while. Then, one day, somebody just parked it in a field, and everybody forgot about it. A little while after that, people started asking questions. Historians, the public, museums, like, hey, where's that badass tank? We want to preserve it. We want to save it. It's a part of history. We want to stick it in our museum. Let me have it so I can take care of it. And the army's like, I don't know, bro, we lost it. Okay, now on one hand...
What? Huh? What do you mean you lost it? What do you mean you lost a tank, bro? Where the fuck is a slow as fuck tank the size of a fucking... Right, I don't know the size, but, you know, how are you gonna lose a tank? How the fuck do you lose a tank?
To be fair, I'm pretty sure I know exactly how this happened. They just like had a couple of dudes go park it. They made it take all day. They parked it off in a field. Those dudes like retired. They left. They moved on. And then nobody remembered where it got parked. Okay. Like I'm sympathetic to that. I understand how it happened. But on the other hand, how the fuck do you lose a 200,000 pound tank?
Exactly. Exactly. How the fuck do you lose a tank? How? How? You were the military. How do you lose your fucking tank? Lost a tank by the Brits. Hey, if we stole it, then it's fair game. Then in that case, you know, it's fair game. We deserve it. We stole it off you guys. But if we didn't, then how the fuck do you guys lose a fucking tank?
There's only one of. Like, I would understand if you were like, oh, hey, we misplaced a Sherman tank because America made like 50,000 of them, right? But no, this isn't a Sherman tank. It's twice the size of a Sherman tank, and there's only one of them, okay? You could park it in a parking lot full of tanks, and you would still be able to find it. How on earth did you manage to lose a blue whale with a gun attached to it, okay?
Dude, where's my car?
Exactly!
Where's your car, dude? Dude, where's my car?
So that's it. It's just gone. It's MIA for the next 27 years. Nobody has any clue where this thing is at. And then one day, some hunter is out in the woods near a military base hunting, and he's like, hey, there's a fucking tank sticking out of those bushes.
Oh
Dude,
my
there's your
god.
car.
Yeah, you guys thought I was being silly earlier with that War Thunder ad, didn't you? When I
Yeah, I did. I legitimately did for you
stuck a
being
couple
silly.
of bushes on this giant tank and pretended like that was going to conceal it. Well, history's on my side now because this bitch was incognito for 27 years because it had a couple of bushes on it. What now? So the hunter goes to the army. He's like, hey, I found this weird looking tank in the bushes. And they're like, oh shit, we've been looking for that thing. So the army then takes the tank. They give it to a museum in Fort Knox. So it's on display.
Okay, so you got it back. I'm proud of you for not losing it forever. School! Hi, Goober! Hi. Chibi Neffy, so freaking cute. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. How are you, Goober? How are
There for a
you?
little while, and then they decided they're going to move it from Fort Knox to Fort Benning, or Fort More Freedom, whatever the fuck it's supposed to be called now, the home of the infantry. They decided they're going to move it to the infantry museum at the home of the infantry. So they throw it on the head.
Wait, why the infantry and not the what is it? In the UK, we have museums that are dedicated to just tanks and just vehicles and stuff. We have infantry too, or like all sorts, but there's like museums that just have tanks. Wouldn't it be better in one of those?
The heavy equipment trailer, and they tow it all the way to Georgia. While they're towing it there, apparently they take a turn too hard, and it breaks the chains off the het trailer, and the entire main cab of the tank flies into the ditch. Now granted, it was just the main cab of the Doom Turtle, so it didn't have the two outermost tracks, which is like a significant amount of weight, but still, the main cab is 60 tons flying off your trailer into the ditch, so that's terrifying. Obviously, the Doom Turtle, completely fine, the paint got scuffed.
In the UK, do you celebrate Thanksgiving? Scale, what do you think? No, like, remember what happened and what that holiday is meant to celebrate? Do you think the British people celebrate that? I want you to answer that. Without me telling you, I want you to answer that question. Do you think British people celebrate Thanksgiving? No Thanksgiving. Oh, Thanksgiving. Oh, Thanksgiving. Oh, like you goober. Okay. Hi, Meffy. I'm goodish. Lot going on right now. I keep going to bed right before you go live. Been missing you being here. I was gonna say we haven't seen you for ages. Where have you been? Where have you been, Stinker? I hope you're okay. Hope you're doing well.
No big deal. Get it back on the trailer. They get it where it's going. Now, here's my issue. I know for a fact that there are pictures of the Doom Turtle in a ditch somewhere in Georgia. I need those pictures. Someone has them on their cell phone. This happened in like 2017, 2018, 2019, somewhere around there. I know one of the drivers in that convoy took a picture of it with their smartphone. It has to have happened. I want that picture for history so I can get it to the museum. Okay.
Yeah, for history's sake, not to laugh at it. You want it for history, sure. You moving today? Oh, good luck with the move. Good luck with the move, Scoot. I hope it goes well, hon. I know how fucking stressful those can be, but you got this. You got
Okay,
this.
get me that picture.
What are you waiting for? Chinese New Year? Go, go, go!
Sorry, so that's it. That's the end of the story. They get it to the National Infantry
Aw.
Museum, and that is where it is on display today. So in conclusion, that's my favorite tank for literally no reason other than it's completely ridiculous and I think it's funny. Literally from its inception, it was just designed to be a giant middle finger. The enemy told America, hey, you can't drive your tanks through here, and America said, hold my defense budget and watch this shit, and this is the monstrosity that they came up with, okay? I don't know if you can give a tank steroids or even test a tank for steroids, but if you can, test that one first. Now, is it unfortunate that it never saw combat? Yeah, absolutely. It's cool to
Yeah, that is kind of sad that it never fucking saw combat. I kind of wish it fucked things
think
up.
about if it did. However, that serves to highlight one of the most important lessons that I teach on this channel, and that is that the only thing scarier than engineers and defense contractors with an unlimited budget is a bunch of infantrymen on the ground with time on their hands, because that's what actually gets shit
Bro.
done. Thank you for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch over at thefatelectrician.com.
True,
Quack bang, out.
Bye, Electrician. That was fun.
Man, only the government could lose a 200,000-pound tank for 27 years, currently still be missing 6 nuclear warheads, and then tell me how dark I'm allowed to tint the windows on my car.
Wait, what? You're missing 6 nuclear warheads? Excuse me, what? Holy fucking shit, that is terrifying. What?